Fall is officially here. As you can see, I have my pumpkin spice latte, which means it's time to get cozy at home, but what that doesn't mean is that it's time to get lazy. So I'm giving you 10 daily habits to incorporate in your routine to keep you productive and successful all fall. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Charlize Chu. I give tips on all things wellness and relationships so we can all be the best version of ourselves. Number one is journaling. Before we get into any crazy physical activity, journaling is going to be so easy. Okay, you can do this from your bed, you can do this on a notes app, you can do this in a notebook, or I like to use an app called Day One. Journaling is really helpful for you to reflect on what you want for your life because success and being productive looks differently for everyone. So I want you to ask yourself, what does success look to you? And when you look at the successful and productive version of you, who is that person? Okay, what does that person look like? What does that person do every day? How does that person interact with other people? An easy way to picture this, if you're a very visual person like I am, is to close your eyes and take a few breaths. So let's do that right now. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in, out. And I want you to imagine you are in a field or anywhere that you feel very safe in, okay? It's just you in there. And I want you to bring in your highest version of yourself into the field with you or into whatever space you're in. Once you have visualized that person and brought them in, I want you to describe how they look. What are they wearing? What would they say to you? How would they interact with the environment around them? That is an exercise I love doing during therapy and I find it very helpful. So in order to tap into that version of you, you need to be able to have clear goals of what you want. So success could be making more money. Success could be getting good grades. Success could be having a healthy body, eating better. Whatever that is, you are going to start setting your life and setting your schedule based on achieving those things. So go out, get a notebook, get your notepads, and start journaling. Number two, schedule your day. I'm someone who needs to be told what to do because if I don't have instructions, then I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So the night before the day starts in a notepad, I will write out the things that I want to get done that day. These things can be very specific or they can be very broad, but I like to be very specific with it, so I will literally put the time and the activity. So I will literally write like 7 a.m., wake up, 7:30, eat breakfast, 8 a.m., go to the gym. And this also helps you stay off your phone because you just have so much that you need to get done that you don't even have time to be on your phone. Some people like to schedule their entire week in advance rather than a day before. So it's really up to you. I personally like doing it a day before because I honestly don't know what's going on with my week and it might just change throughout the week. So I started doing this in college, which really helped me get work done because I am a very big procrastinator. I would put in my schedule like you only have an hour to do this or you only have this much time to do another project. And it made me realize that some of the things that I need to do don't actually take a long time. I just procrastinate and put them off. Number three, make sure you are getting your sleep, okay? 7 to 9 hours is the goal. Don't do any less, don't do any more because even when you sleep more than 7 to 9 hours, that can also make you very tired throughout the day. Before, I never tracked my sleep. I didn't think it was that necessary. I was like, I'm probably getting enough sleep, but I would end up waking up super tired. I didn't have the energy, which is why I would stay in bed a lot because I literally just didn't have motivation to get up. I was so tired. Once I started tracking my sleep, I noticed how much of a difference that has made me. Like, I am ready to get up. I have more energy to do the things that I want to do. My skin definitely got better. It used to look so dull, but now that I get 8 hours of sleep every day, my skin's definitely looked a lot brighter. If you know that you have to wake up really early the next day, then make sure you are sleeping early as well so you get the 7 to 9 hours. And make sure you are also improving your sleep quality, okay? So I like to make sure I'm clean and I shower before I go to bed because I cannot fall asleep if I feel dirty and a little bit sticky. Or for example, my boyfriend is someone who has a lot of trouble falling asleep, so he literally bought blackout curtains so his room is pitch black. He bought an eye mask, he wears earplugs, and then he also wears a mouth tape, which is literally just a tape to cover your mouth. Being wrapped up stuff like that just makes you fall asleep easier. And make sure you are having a pre-sleep ritual that will help you fall asleep. Don't do things that will keep you up. For example, if you're scrolling through your phone within an hour before going to bed, or just looking on a computer screen at all, or watching TV, you are telling your mind that it is time for you to stay awake because your brain is so stimulated from the things that you are watching. And the blue light makes you think that it's morning when it's actually night. I really had to train myself to stop doing this because I loved watching TV shows before going to bed, and I would get so into the show that I would end up binging the whole episode or binging the whole season, and I would end up pulling an all-nighter. Try to find alternatives other than looking at your phone or watching TV, like reading. Reading really helps you fall asleep because when you're just staring at a page like that, you will naturally be like, okay, I don't want to keep doing this anymore. Something that also really helps me fall asleep is when I meditate and do breath work, because I'm just closing my eyes and I'm just focusing on breathing, and doing that just naturally will help you fall asleep because your brain isn't really working too hard. You're literally just focusing on one thing. And make sure you're not drinking caffeine if you're a big caffeine drinker like I am. I cut caffeine off for myself by 3 p.m. because usually after 3 p.m. if I have any sort of caffeine intake, I will not be sleeping that night. Number 4, no phone in the morning. How you start your day is going to reflect the rest of your day. I still struggle with this. I'll wake up, I'll turn off my alarm, and I'll just start scrolling on social media on my phone, and it'll lead me to be like sucked into this, and I get addicted to it, and I literally can't do anything for the rest of my day because I am just so glued to my phone. Maybe I will eventually get out of bed, but then I will still be like looking at my phone, like I'll go make breakfast while watching videos, or I'll brush my teeth, and it just makes my morning take a lot longer than usual. So I like doing this thing where as soon as I see my alarm go off, I turn it off, and then I set a 10-minute timer for myself, and in that 10 minutes I cannot touch my phone at all. This will motivate you to just get out of bed right away because you have nothing else to do, and you won't believe how much you can get done in 10 minutes. Okay, I am making my bed, I am getting ready for the day, and I am about to go eat breakfast, and after the 10 minutes is over, honestly, you don't feel the need to go look at your phone anymore because you haven't been doing that for the first 10 minutes. Honestly, it is so crazy how much this small habit changed my entire life. It changed my morning. It just changed the rest of my day for me. The reason why I started doing this is because as soon as I would wake up in the morning, before I would look and see if a certain someone would text me, and then if they didn't, I would be really sad for the rest of the day and just be obsessed with scrolling on social media. So I had to do this to force myself not to look at my texts. If you struggle with that too, then maybe you need to do this. Number 5, listen to something motivating, okay? If you're like me and you want to constantly be listening to something while you're getting ready, while you're doing chores, whatever it is, then I would try to opt for the more motivating, uplifting side rather than sad girl and angsty teen side. I went through this phase. I literally have a playlist called Sad Girl Playlist where I just loved sad music, and I wouldn't even be sad, but I just wanted to listen to sad music because of how emotional it is. When you listen to stuff like that, it is so depressing that it just kind of makes you a little bit depressed too, because whenever I listen to that stuff, like I kind of really put myself in the artist's shoes and I pretend like I'm in a movie. When you're listening to some uplifting like female empowerment songs or whatever you want to listen to, like maybe the songs that you listen to at the gym, that's going to keep you going. You know, you're gonna be so hyped for the day. You're gonna be like ready. You're like, yes, I am that girl. Or other than music, a great option is listening to motivational podcasts or videos like this one. I know, Char, stop promoting yourself, but seriously, this really changed my life. When you are being such positively influenced by all these people all the time in your ear, you're going to feel like you're one of them. You're going to feel like you're a powerful, influential leader as well. You'll also just be smarter, okay? Because every time I listen to a motivational podcast or a TED Talk, like I just always learn something new. And sometimes if I'm down about something specific or I have an issue, I will literally turn on a TED Talk and see what someone has to say about that, because it makes me feel a lot better and it basically solves my problem for me. Motivational or self-improvement podcasts are not always boring. I feel like some people think of like really boring old man talking, but there are some really good other podcasts from different girls, if you're a girl, or like people your age and like just funny podcasts as well that is still self-improvement podcasts, and I will link some in the description below if you guys want to go see that. Number 6, move your body. I'm sure you hear a lot of people say get daily body movement in, and they're not telling you to go run a marathon, they're not telling you to go lift like 50-pound weights. It could simply be you just going out for a walk, you doing some morning pilates, some stretching at home, whatever it is, just get the blood flowing. Because if you don't do this and intentionally remind yourself to get some body movement throughout the day, then you're just gonna become a couch potato. And when I wasn't like tracking if I was moving my body every day or not, and I wasn't really working out, I was getting sick every other week. I'm not even kidding. And when I started intentionally like trying to get a sweat in every day, I started doing hot yoga, I started doing like all these different workouts, I have not gotten sick, knock on wood. When you incorporate daily body movement, you are going to improve your mood, improve your sleep, improve your energy, which is why I also love doing this in the beginning of the day. But like I said, to each their own. Do this whenever you feel that you can keep this consistent. I genuinely never thought I would be some type of workout girly. Like, I hated exercising in high school. I found ways to really love it. I love going with friends. I love just trying different workout classes because it makes me feel good, and I feel really accomplished after I do that. Number 7, hygiene, okay? You need to look good in order to feel good and do good. It is so hard to get out of a slump when you are just in your pajamas, okay? Change your outfit. Go take a shower. Feel clean. Feel your best. Whenever I feel really bad and lazy about myself, then I will go and do an everything shower, which if you don't know, an everything shower is when you go in. Usually for girls, you kind of get everything done, okay? You shave, you exfoliate, gua sha, I will do my skincare, I'll put on a hair mask. This almost just feels like you're in a spa and you're turning into a new person, okay? You are shedding this lazy skin that you have on and you are putting on your highest version of yourself. I'll even go as far as getting my nails done. I will get my hair done if I really need it because it really does help. So do good for yourself and take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, then how do you expect to take care of the rest of your life? Number 8, learn to say no. If you are someone who is constantly hanging out with friends or running errands for your friends or doing chores because you just don't know how to say no and you are a people pleaser, then this is when it's time to do some inner work and start setting your boundaries. When you are too busy running off of other people's schedules, then you don't have time for yourself and you completely neglect yourself. Even just spending a day doing the things that you need to get done for you takes a long time. So how do you expect to fit that in when you are too busy like going out every other day because your friends want you to? I feel like a lot of people are like this in college. I was definitely this type of person in college. I was rarely ever in my dorm because I was just always out. When I was trying to learn how to say no, I had to really take the time and sit there and think, when I go out and hang out with these people, does it really make me feel good? Or if there's a certain hangout, like a lot of times when friends want to go drinking, like I have to literally like imagine myself in that moment. I'm like, okay, if I go out and drink tonight and hang out with friends and stay up until 4 a.m., am I gonna feel good? And usually the answer is no. So then I have to tell myself, okay, you know what? It's time to say no. If you're having a really tough time to do this, then I want you to get out that journal and start writing down things that you genuinely prioritize. So which friends do you genuinely prioritize that make you feel good, or what friends don't make you feel good and you don't really like being around them? What are the activities that you really prioritize in your life? Is that your routine at home? Is it going to the gym? And you also have the power to cut off the time you spend with other people whenever you want. So let's say I go grab lunch with someone. I can decide if I want to just get lunch with them and then go home and do my own thing, rather than get lunch with them and if they want to continue hanging out, I just continue hanging out because they want to. A lot of people fear saying no because they fear how their friends are going to take it, but if you have good friends who support you and are on that same path as well, they will understand you. Like me and my friends will literally tell each other, hey, I cannot come today, or I don't want to do this because I'm just personally not feeling it and I need time for myself. And we all understand because we've all been there. Number 9, socialize with someone. On the other hand, if you're someone who isolates yourself way too much and stays at home and does not talk to anybody, then make it a point to go out and connect with people. When you are just with yourself and your own thoughts, it's hard to get inspired and feel motivated because People energize people, okay? You can't just go through this life alone. It really isn't easy. As I get older, I become more introverted and I isolate myself at home. So I always make sure that at least once a week I'm going out and hanging out with a friend. I try my best to call my family. I try my best to call my friends if I can, because truly I just become a lot happier when I hang out and talk to people. So if you don't already, I challenge you to call at least one person this week, okay? This could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be an old friend. I promise you, a lot of these people will actually be really appreciative that you took the time to get them a call. Socializing is actually very crucial to your everyday life because it reduces your stress and it helps with your mental health because it gives you a sense of purpose and belonging in this world when you talk to someone. Number 10, start small and build the consistency. I know I've given you guys a lot of daily habits and it may be really overwhelming, especially if you are starting from bed rot to becoming very productive and successful. Try to pick one or two of these habits and start slowly incorporating them into your daily life rather than all 10. And once you get used to those one or two daily habits, you can start incorporating more as you go on. If any of these don't seem easy to you, then make them work for you. Make them easy, okay? For example, if we're talking about hygiene, maybe you don't have the energy to do a whole everything shower and shave your legs and all of that. But prioritize one thing in your hygiene every day that you tell yourself you need to do at a specific time of the day. That could be your skincare routine. After you brush your teeth, I'm gonna do my skincare routine. And slowly, once you get used to having that routine in your life, you're going to want to do more. Change does not happen overnight, okay? You're gonna have to take it one step at a time, because if you go full force all at once, you're gonna end up being burnt out and you're not gonna wanna keep doing this. So in order to stay consistent, just start small and build it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I will see you on the next Mindful Monday. Bye!